Say it's fake again, jabroni. Say wrestling's fake one more time. The Rock dares you. The Rock double dares you. Say wrestling's fake again. Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super not funny show reviews. I am Jen Thépuppét, your resident Fabricant and commenter extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And today we're going to be reviewing episode 2 of Young Rock from NBC. And the episode is entitled On the Road Again. So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? Stick around because I have opinions. If you smell what Young Rock is cooking. Episode 2 of Young Rock continues the recollections of Dwayne Johnson talking about his childhood. And in particular, this episode, he focuses on his high school years. This actually is a continuation of part of the story from episode 1, where he was talking about he stole clothes and to look rich and so he could get girls. Well, this kind of continues that storyline. Yes, he's continuing to try to impress a certain young lady named Karen, which I don't, was this purposeful? Was she actually named Karen? I wonder, because truthfully, she acts the Karen. I mean, he literally is like talks about how she is just super picky, which is a nice way of saying, you know, she's really mean to all the guys that go out with her. But apparently she was super hot, so I guess it was worth putting up with that mess. Whatever. The point is, so Rock running for president. He's going to the dedication of a library wing at his old high school where all of these events took place back in 1987. So we have young Rock getting advice from his dad about, you know, what should I do about this girl? And you know what? I have to give Rocky credit. He actually gives some pretty good advice there. He pretty much just says, hey, go shoot your shot, man. And don't wait too long because other guys want to shoot their shot too. And offer something that other guys can't offer her. And it's hilarious what he offers to her that actually gets her going. But you know what else? This actually follows through on the previous episode where he's talking about working the gimmick. You kind of see how Rock, through his family, kind of comes to embrace that whole working the gimmick until the gimmick is the reality. And he just, you know, his dad says confidence and he has confidence. And wouldn't you know, he gets that date with that girl. You know, great for him. And he sort of does it by playing up how, you know, awesome his dad is. He's a pro wrestler, you know, just a little, he sells the story, I guess you could say. He sells himself as interesting and his family is interesting. And, you know, kind of sweeps under the rug, you know, that maybe they're not so well off. But at the same time, his dad's off on the road again, as they say from the title, on the road, wrestling at, you know, various things. And one thing you note about Rocky is he's always talking about everything as as if he is, you know, high flying and he's in the biggest matches. He's just at the top of his career. Again, working the gimmick. And at the same time, just to make ends meet, his mom is cleaning houses. So everything's not all great in the Johnson household, but, you know, they're making it work. So, you know, Dwayne Dewey, as he's called in there, and he's going by Tomas because I guess it sounds more interesting. He says it sounds more interesting to Karen. Well, you know, he talks up going to one of his dad's wrestling venues, and he goes there and finds out it's in a flea market. And of course, Karen, she seems to be all about outward appearances and all that fun stuff, you know, all that stuff. And it seems like, oh man, you know, oh gosh, he's just ruined. And, his dad's like, oh no, stick around, and his dad's one. I really like the way they have Rocky in this. Yes, he's not, he's fallen on hard times, but he takes so much pride in who his character was and trying to live that life and being like this hero and all this other stuff in the wrestling ring. And it's a pretty infectious attitude. And it really gives the, young Dwayne Dewey, gives him an opportunity to kind of show his character again. And he pretty much is like, choose the girl or choose his dad. And he chooses his dad. It's really admirable. It's really awesome. And Randall Park asks straight up, well, why'd you choose your dad? And because it's my dad. That's the reason why I chose my dad. It's obvious. I think it's obvious to me that, from my mind, from what I've seen of Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, family's a big deal. And he's from a big Samoan family, to my understanding. And family's a big deal in that culture. So obviously it all rubbed off on him. But we also, what else? We also get to see more of his mother, and his mother making a connection with the affluent woman who hires her to clean house, and even, they sort of bond over these, I basically call them Hawaiian sushi. They're spam on rice and nori. I'm sure they're delicious, and they bond over that, and Sally Jessy Raphael, and kind of, talking about self-care and loving yourself and all. It's really nice. I like it. I liked it a lot. And of course there's the wrestling match, which, hey, it's a bottom of the barrel thing, but at the same time, Rocky, he gains a fan in Karen, who has never seen pro wrestling before. She sees it live for the first time. So much more exciting. He sells it. He sells, the entire thing the way a good wrestler will, so that she believes. It's all very heartwarming. It's very nice. It's fun to see that. The fact that it's a flea market, she overlooks that because she thought it was awesome, and it earns Dwayne earned The Rock a second date. Just what a great episode. It's all really nice. There's a lot of, lessons about family and, taking time for yourself and doing it what you can. And Rocky, he's not the best, he's not the best provider or earner or whatever, but he takes pride in what he does, and he's just optimistic, even though he's maybe not on the track he wants to be on. And all of that is rubbing off on The Rock. This is all about showing how The Rock became who he is character-wise, and who really influenced him. There are a couple, and unfortunately very short, appearances by two of it, I guess his cousin or his uncles, the Wild Samoans. So that was cool too. So a lot of nice nostalgia, good character moments, a lot of great acting, very funny moments in this episode, and a really awesome ending that Randall Park is like, we're getting a big scoop here. And it talks about basically why you don't say the F word around the young Rock. Never say the wrestling's fake around the young Rock. You might get handled. Just saying. Oh man. You never say the F word. It's pretty great. What a great ending to the episode. So, as you can tell, I really, really enjoyed this whole episode. I'm in 2 episodes in. I'm loving the young Rock. Can't wait to see more of it. Can't wait to see more of the nostalgia, the wrestling, the family. So much heart, so much, just a lot of joy in this show. And I already like The Rock. This show, I think it's a plot. I think The Rock really is running for president in 2032, and this is just paving the way for it. And hey, as of now, I don't know his platform, but he's got my vote right now. Rock for president 2032. You heard it here, not first because it's on the TV show, but you heard it. Fabricant endorsement right here. Dwayne The Rock Johnson for president 2032. All right. Anyway, that's my review of Young Rock from NBC, episode 2. It's entitled On the Road Again. And, did you guys like my review here? Of course, I'd like to hear something in the comments, and you can shoot me an email, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com, or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. Just hit me up. Let me know what you thought about this episode, and we can chop it up in those areas. Also, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate that. Hit the like button on this video if you like the video, and of course, hit the notification bell so you can be the first person to realize that we have new content coming out. Of course, we got plenty of new content coming out, more reactions, more reviews, and just any other things that are floating our boat that's rattling around in these, this little noggin up here, things that are in the pop culture zeitgeist. So that's it for Super Not Funny Show reviews for this week. Come back next week for episode 3 of Young Rock. Until then, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, you guys keep it safe. And I am Jen Thépuppét, your resident Fabricant and commenter extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I will see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.